Hello, everyone. Welcome to Module 7. I can't believe that October starts on Wednesday. So I'm really excited about this upcoming unit, nutrition. I love to eat. I love to make food. I love to eat food. I love to watch content about food. So I'm excited about this. Um, we're gonna, for this week's content, once this info video is posted, this will become a live link, so you'll be able to watch this video. Module 7 video right here. It says fall
Hello, everyone.
2024, but it's the same. It is accurate content for this year as well. You'll be able to access, if you click on that link, the slides. And then if you click here, you'll see our textbook for this week, or online text for this week. And these are supplemental resources. You do need to explore them. These are the dietary guidelines. These guidelines are based on scientific evidence to promote healthy diets for people that are like the general US population, including those who are healthy, those at risk for diet-related diseases, and those living with diseases. So the overarching guideline is that it's important to follow a healthy dietary pattern at every stage, to customize and enjoy nutrient-dense food and beverage choices to reflect your personal preferences, your cultural traditions, and your budgetary considerations. So all of these things, they affect our relationship with food, right? Our access to food. Focus on meeting food group needs with nutrient-dense foods and beverages, staying within caloric limits, and limit foods and beverages higher in added sugar, saturated fat, and sodium, and limit alcoholic beverages. So there's a lot of great information here. This has a lot of the resources. You can print them out. This has stuff that might be coming on the way, and then information, right? Peer-reviewed publications if you want to read articles about it. So please take a look. It's super important. There's different resources too, that you can explore here, right here. How to have conversations about nutrition. I think this is a great one because sometimes, when you're talking with families, what does a healthy diet look like? Or you want that information for yourself, right? You want to build a healthy eating routine for yourself, or support that in the children and the families that you serve. So that's so many amazing resources through here. How to eat healthy from birth to age 2. How do kids and teens eat healthy? How, as older adults, how do we eat healthy? And then ideas for cutting down on sugars. This is the big one for me. Now I'm learning to have drinks that are 0% sweet, 50% sweet. And it's not that we deprive ourselves, right? We want to make sure that we don't become a no culture. We want to say yes to the things that are healthy. We want to say yes to the things that are best for us. So please explore. This is a really, really cool resource, you guys. I hope that you have as much fun diving through it as I do. This one is talking about serving sizes. So we know that serving sizes are going to be different depending upon the age of the child. So make sure you go through and look at this. So, um, when we do our CACFP group project 2, this has some really good information, right? Menus have to be dated. It must include blah, 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 all this different information here. So, um, here are some CACFP meal pattern tables. And it tells you, what should a meal pattern look like for infants? What about for children? What should it look like for breakfast, lunch, and supper and snack, right? So, really, really interesting stuff, guys. Oh my gosh, My Plate is the best website. It has information on all the different life stages. Um, for example, if you have an infant, right? Look at that adorable picture, right? How do you support that lifelong healthy nutrition? And it gives you all the different age groups. So around 6 months, right? What does that look like? What are signs to look for to see that an infant is ready for food? If you want recipes, oh my goodness, this is the best. You can go through And you can say, okay, you're looking at my plate, right? If you're on certain programs, what do you need? So let's say you're on my plate. If you want to do breakfast or main dishes, or you want to do snacks, whatever you want to do, you can click on it. Let's say you want to do more of this. You just select whatever you want. So let's say, okay, let's do this. Let's say I want to do snacks. And let's say I want to focus on eating more fruits and vegetables. And let's say that I want more calcium and I want to reduce sodium. I love salty foods, so those are good for me. And then I want fruits and vegetables and protein foods. I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm not going to do dairy. And for cooking, I just want to do no cooking required. And then it'll have, oh, like this fruit kebab. This is a really yummy idea for food. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And that would be so fun for littles to create too. And then, of course, safety. We just did safety, making sure that you're watching children, that before you hand them the stick, that you talk about safety, right? We keep the kebab stick on the table. We want to make sure that we um, are safe with it, that we aren't poking friends with it, that we keep it on the table, and we only stick fruit on it, right? So, setting up those safety guidelines and expectations, talking about it, maybe using some visuals, and then also making sure that we modeled that with our students. So yeah, My Plate is an amazing, amazing resource. Now, this one, Nutrition Standards, you'll definitely need this for next week, but I wanted you to kind of give you some extra time to look at it. So again, here are all the meal patterns. Like for example, for breakfast, when you're 1 to 2, you need 4 fluid ounces. 3 to 5, you need 6 ounces. School age is 8 ounces. Right? How much vegetables do you need? How much grains do you need? And that's for breakfast. So lunch and supper, what does that look like, right? And then snack, what does that look like? And then sample meals. Ideas for what a sample menu should look like is over here. All right, so moving on. For this week, you have 6 assignments. You're going to do your wellness logs. A lot of people aren't getting their wellness logs right. They'll just talk about the food that they eat. But when we talk about wellness, we're not just talking about the food. So this week we're doing lunch. This sample says breakfast, but this week we are focusing on lunch. Have to have your name, the date of each log. You're going to be talking about your breakfast, or you're going to be talking about your lunch this week. For Module 7, focuses lunch. Hydration, how much water? How much rest are you getting? What's your physical activity to keep your exercise level at a healthy, in a healthy state? How are you taking care of yourself? What's your mental wellness care for yourself, right? And then a reflection. So you need 5 of these this week. So you upload them on Friday. And you know what? I'll tell you guys, technology is just kind of a mischievous thing. If you wait till 11:50 p.m. to post something, I guarantee, or I would not be surprised if something goes wrong. So you can start your logs on Saturday. You can do Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And go ahead and turn them in on Thursday and then respond to people on Thursday or Friday. You don't have to wait till Friday to upload, right? And if you do upload on a Friday, try it in the morning or the afternoon or right after dinner. Like, don't wait until half an hour before to upload because chances are it might go wrong. So make sure that you're doing the wellness logs properly. It's 5 of them. Please follow the sample. And I don't mind, you can use different graphics, different formats, but that information there that I talked about earlier, all of this has to be on there. I don't care what it looks like. You can make it pretty. You can do a spreadsheet. I don't mind. But the food, the hydration, the rest, the physical activity, mental wellness, self-care activity, and reflection need to be on there. All right, so you're going to click on here. By Wednesday, just share something. In the middle of the week, check in. How are you doing when it comes to your wellness, right? And then on Friday, you're going to make sure that by Friday, so you can do it before, you're going to load up your 5 logs. And then again on Friday, you're going to respond to another student's post. All right. So going back, boo, boo, boo. All right. For your content discussion, by Wednesday, do your first post, and then by Friday, respond to 2 peers' post. And make sure on Wednesday that you upload a PDF of your handwritten notes too. So to access the discussion, you just click on that. So again, that's the same thing. Make sure that your initial post is at least 1 to 2 paragraphs to earn full credit. And then for Wednesday's post, please also upload a copy of your handwritten notes for Module 7's content. So your handwritten notes and your first post need to be done on Wednesday. Then by Friday, by the 3rd, you need to respond to 2 other peers' posts. Now make sure that your response is about 4 to 5 sentences long, and it can't just be, oh, I liked your post, like I noticed that too, or I found the topic interesting. It has to be something that adds to the rich dialogue of our community. And again, if you post something on Tuesday or Wednesday and you notice you can respond to 2 other people, go ahead and respond to them. And also, I want to say it's just polite. If someone responds to your post, to respond back. That's something I think that is professional and interactive and fun. But you definitely need to respond to 2 other peers' posts, meaning you read 2 other peers' posts, and then you thoughtfully dialogue with them about their post. And then you have your knowledge check, your understanding check. You got to do this by Friday. I would say try to do it like by Wednesday or Thursday, because remember, you have 2 chances. And then whatever the system will automatically take your highest score. And the questions stay the same, right? I want you to be successful, so it stays the same. Now remember, you turned in the written part of this a safety checklist and reflection assignment last Friday, on Friday, but by Friday, October 3rd, you're going to read 2 other people's projects. You're going to go through their presentation, 2 people's presentation, and then you're going to rate them. So access the discussion here. So you should have already uploaded your video. By Friday, October 3rd, please peer review 2 other students' projects using this rubric, right? And if you do not, and same thing with what we did before, if you just gave them a 25, but they actually didn't turn something in or they missed a question, let me rephrase it positively. In order to optimize your grade, you need to make sure you are accurately rating your peers. So you can't just give everybody 25s. Your rating needs to be accurate. And why do I do this? It's because you know what? When you're out there in a class, when you're serving with part of a teaching team, being nice, I should say, being only nice might enable behavior that might become dangerous for students and families, right? So if you notice there's another teacher and she's constantly leaving the bleach out, if you just are always picking up after her and you're always putting the bleach for her when she leaves it out, what if you're sick one day, right? You need to be able to accurately reflect on others' performance and provide constructive feedback. This is super important. And then so if the student's video presentation includes info about the filled out checklist and why they chose it, then they get points for it, right? Like you want to make sure they have points of it. We want to make sure that questions A through F were responded to, and you need to make sure that it was professionally completed and submitted on time. Oops, so this should be worth 5 points. Let me fix that right now. All right. I think now we're just up to mandated reporter. I'm feeling a little nervous because I have a couple of people coming to me saying, "Oh, I actually did the mandated reporter before. Um, I actually did the mandated reporter training before this class." And in the beginning of the class, beginning in module 1, I had already said, if you've completed this training within a year of October 10th, 2025, then you were supposed to email me back in August, so that we could discuss an alternate assignment. So if you already did this prior to this class, then you need to meet with me during office hours to do an alternate assignment. So if the assignment's due on October 10th and I look and I see that you have a mandated reporter certificate and it said October or December 20th, 2024, you're going to get a 0 for the assignment. If you give me a certificate that says um, July 3rd, 2025, you will get a 0 for this assignment because I'm responsible for making sure you do a certain amount of hours of work. If you've done this outside of the class, you need to do something else to make up those course hours. This is really, really important. I've said it multiple times in this video, so these info videos, so I will not have a lot of empathy for people that turn in mandated reporter training certificates that are outside of that are within this time frame, right? So again, if you completed this training before this class, you need to email me because you need to work on a project in place of this assignment. And remember, this is coming up. This is coming up in a couple days, and this project should take you 4 to 6 hours to do. So do not wait till the last second to do it. So you can access the assignment here. All you're doing is you're uploading the submissions for that. And then optional parking lot a discussion. You have questions about it. So next week, module 8, it'll be this day. You'll have your wellness logs and discussion. We're going to do chapter 13, protecting good nutrition and physical wellness, class content discussion posts, your quiz, and you're going to submit this mandated reporter training certificate or submit an alternative project assignment which has been pre-approved by Professor Lee. So if you say, "Oh, I already did this, I'll just do whatever for the 4 to 6 hours," it won't work. It has to be pre-approved by me. And then you're also going to be split up into groups and start working on your group project for this nutrition unit. So if you have any questions, please message me in Canvas as soon as you can, and I'll get back to you within 2 business days. Mondays, I'm usually really, really busy. So if you email me on the weekends or on a Monday, chances are I won't get back to you till Tuesday. So I'm wishing everyone a happy, healthy, cavity-free October. See you guys later. Bye.